Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and this is your bonus video for the solstice, June of 2016. Now, that doesn't mean it's just for the one day of June the 20th, or just for June, or just for those who are in the Northern Hemisphere, because the solstice in the Northern Hemisphere, the season will beginning summer, and in the Southern Hemisphere, it is winter. Now, like I said, this is for everyone. Everyone's still going through the same journey. We are all in this together. I'm not sure what my expectations are from this reading because I've never done a solstice video before, and we have waited for this for so long, you know? That's the thing. I've been talking about the solstice since maybe last August. So I'm not really going to get into the types of planetary things that I usually do. The only planet that I'm going to make mention of is Neptune, because it did just go retrograde. And I see that here, all right? And I think it's a good time. Comes in, helps you get some things done. But what I am going to do is just try to give the general feel of where things are headed. And I'm not even sure how long this is for. We'll find out as we go along and I take a look at the cards, okay? So as we come up to the solstice, you know, you're still with the juggling, still with the unknown for the future. I mean, it's going to be there, all right? Trust me, it's going to be there. And your new beginnings are here as well. But there's still that juggling, trying to get everything finished up, all right? I am going to bring up something else because a lot of this is going to take probably until you see things happening in August, where Mars has finally gotten out of shadow, which is August 2nd. Saturn goes direct on August 13th. So this is what's playing out, mostly over that time period. But here you are, you know, breaking free from, you know, the things that have held you back for so long. This is like a big finally. Very exciting times, okay? Very exciting times. And it's a different feeling for each and every one of you. There is some form of good luck in here. The degrees vary. Depends on who you are, what type of luck this may be, okay? I keep talking about how things come in phases, and this is a transition. So you're finally, things are moving on. Not just beginnings, not just the luck, oh my goodness, but really dealing with your reality. It's like finally, you know, it's that feeling of, I want to call it stepping up to the plate, okay? You've been trying for so long to get things done. And like, now's your opportunity to show the world what you're worth, all right? In so many ways. And this is different for everyone. Some of you may finally be eliminating that bond of a marriage that didn't last, or a business that didn't last, or just general bad karma, because there's a sense of moving on from a certain karma here to have this new beginning. So this is definitely a very powerful time. And as I said, I see Neptune here very strongly with a lot of these cards, you know, showing you facing the realities. It's not that you weren't facing reality before. It's just that before you weren't having a total grasp on it, maybe because you had problems and you had no solutions, that type of thing. I always used to say that I have no problems because I have no solutions, and problems have solutions. Okay, I know that sounds a little crazy, but that was my way of thinking, and if I couldn't do it, I just didn't. However, you know, this definitely shows you're finally able to like grasp that, where you're at, what needs to be done, get into a fixed position. Okay, this is good. Fixed position. Definitely taking a realistic focus on your security. Now, if that realistic focus needs to be in the financial realm, then so be it. And that is what you will do. Because for many of you, what these, years that have been, piling up and getting you to this point, what they have caused with all of the worry and the anxiety and the hard times is, this, I have to fix my life so that things stay stable. And that's not just, like for someone who lost a job or a business or whatever. This is even within relationships, because obviously when relationships fall apart and you lose an income, you're missing that support that you had. So you're having to find a whole new way of life. And this shows me that you're able to do it. Okay? There is a breath of fresh air coming, that being able to take the time out to stop and smell the roses. Always a good thing. Okay, so no matter what type of weather you're having, wherever you are, you can still enjoy what is going on. So I like that. Now, also, back with the new beginnings. I've tried very hard, I noticed over the last few weeks when doing videos, to discuss the synchronicities in life and things that are happening and get people to pay attention not just to themselves, because one of the things I hear so often from people when they want a personal reading done is, I don't know where I'm going. And you've heard me say this before. My conversation is always, where have you been? Who else is in your life? Because I wouldn't want to do a reading that's based just on you, because you don't live in this world alone. Okay? And that's why I ask, who else is in your world? What are your relationships? What's happening? Because you need to understand, and this card shows frequently, you need to understand how everyone else's lives affect yours, okay? You are not like the only person here. And when you realize that and you understand the flow of things, and this is here, this is right in with the flow, okay? The flow, the reality, yes, indeed. So your new beginning is coming. Now, do you get to keep everything from the past? No, you do not. You have to take with you just what you can escape with, that type of thing. That's how it feels. All right. And adopt that attitude. Not my circus, not my monkeys. I think that's how it goes. I like that saying. So, choices. Choices are extremely important at this time. Like I said, the focus is on security. It's on security. It's on survival. And I don't mean like you have to survive insurmountable odds. I think most of you have already done that. All right? You're moving on to a better part now. So this is important. But you're learning to choose differently, which is what's going to make this next part of your life be different. That is part of it, is who you have become and how you learn to choose and the patterns that you have broken. So as you change, and I've said this to people, like your routine changes, okay? That's part of it. You're completing a cycle at this time, and it's one that, you often hear things in astrology about how when you get to a certain aspect, it goes back to this date. Okay, take note of this moment. Maybe one day you'll hear an astrologer say, yeah, go back to June of 2016 and what was happening. Fine. But know that the things that you are putting behind you now, you are putting behind you for good. Will little things crop up that need to be dealt with from the past? Obviously, yes. But this is a cycle that you're completing, which allows you to go forward into the next one. And really, truly, when I say that you're at the beginning of something, even though I'm not going that far with these cards today, I want to say that my gut feeling is that by the time you reach this solstice next year, you're in a place that you only dreamt about, okay? Doesn't mean that it just finally happens then, but It takes time, all right? And you are going to see a lot of new things happen and develop over this next 12 months. And when you look back, you're going to know that this solstice was like that single defining moment that got you started on this new path. That's why this time frame has become so significant, whatever it is that's taking place in your life. And indeed, you have survived a great deal. So you're going to see some doors opening on a new beginning. There is going to be success with something on which you've been working. I like this. I like this a lot. Now, you know, one of the things that I see here, and obviously when you have no clue what's coming, it feels like such a huge risk, doesn't it? You know, like, all right, I just don't know what's next. I've never experienced this before. Allow yourself to be open to new experiences. Allow yourself to make new plans, okay? It's like, this is like the future is definitely yours. There's a more carefree feeling that's coming in. And is it going to be like you get up June the 20th and bam, life is a bed of roses? I don't think so. I think it's more of a realization that you come to one day. You know, like, it may not all be in your outer world, but a lot of things are going to happen in your outer world. And then one day you're going to go, wow, I can't believe I'm here. I just can't believe I'm here. And, you know, so you actually have choices that you can make. And I advise each and every one of you. I mean, some of you, you may have started a new job, so maybe you don't have time for a vacation or whatever. But if you don't have time to vacation, make sure you include periods of rest, time to be thankful for prayers having been answered, okay, and the issues that you have put to rest. So there is this wonderful feeling of being able to, I want to call it like, put together a blueprint for your new life. You know, it's going to come to you sort of in waves, all right? You know, new ideas, whatever. So you're trying to find your way. There is this, I don't want to say confusion. I want to say finally being at peace, all right? You may not know what those next 12 months hold, but you're at peace with the universe and you know what it is that you want to see. I talk about this a lot, about others. There are others who may not be here with us. There are others that you may just encounter in your daily journey. Going forth, and just that, it's that paying it forward. It doesn't have to involve dollars. It's just giving that little piece of you. That's something that makes someone's day. But as I always say, do not give all of you. There needs to be some of you left for you. That's why, you know, I have here the caution for rest and reflection and being able to take some time out so that you have a renewed sense of purpose and energy. This is really a very wonderful time. A very wonderful time. I'm thinking that some of you are not going to be quite sure what it is that you've been so patient for. But I do think that, you know, the positivity that comes in far outweighs the stress because, you know, finally you're eliminating a stressful issue. And this is good. This is really good. And, you know, what I like here is that it's not just you. It's not just you who has been successful in your change. Others are going to be saying, wow, yay for you. You did it. You did it. And it's amazing. So, big decision time coming here. All right, big decision time about which way to go. Definitely feeling reborn. And I think into a new purpose. All right, you've learned from yourself just how strong of an individual you are and what you're capable of. I've heard so many stories. So many of you have had so many difficult times. So this is amazing to me because, like I said, I didn't know what to expect from this. But this is a feeling. And I've always said it's like you're at the precipice of this new part. I'm going to put down some more cards because originally I thought, well, let's do the whole deck. But now I don't think so because there's going to be a few more bonus videos this year because we have 3 eclipses coming up. And I will be doing them for then. So let's just see. See, you're creating, okay? You are creating now. Oh, you're going to be so much better off. It's amazing. Things are going to start to gel, the best way I can put it. All right? Building toward the happy life that you seek. And I feel like there's things that you're still carrying, like where you have a little ways to go. That may not make sense to all of you, but I have brought up a few specific months, and I'll explain why I think they make sense to me. Okay, I've talked about July and October being very positive. Now, July is pretty, what do you call it? Well, we have so much going on now that when you get to July, you could breathe a little bit, first of all. So I think that overall makes July feel good, and it's a very good month for getting things done. So you're going to like that. And, this month is the beginning of, in June, of creation. And you have to ask yourself, what do you wish to create? Because what you wish to create is totally different than anything you've had before. You've known that since last October. Can't go back there. That's done. Whatever it is, it's done. So you're going to create more positive times, things that can be celebrated. All right. And I see here more of, I want to use the word collaboration, like collaborating with others, like-minded individuals who seek the same happiness as you. Wow, that can mean so many things. So many things. And I think that you're going to see this start to come to fruition more. I said the other month I liked was October. Okay. So that's also going to be a big month. But there's still many, many changes to go through right now. And that's why I think it's that whole, there's a whole lot of unknown yet. And to try to put it all into one reading, I don't think it's even possible. I really, truly don't. But there is a huge focus here on regaining control of security in your life. And not all the security is financial. Some of it is emotional. Some of you have been through some very trying times. Okay? And so there is this need to create a practical environment. I think that may have to do something with the placement of Saturn in your chart. You might want to look into that. But definitely there is a better sense of fairness coming into your life. That's one of the things the solstice is bringing. All right, so that, the universe wants to give you a gift, indeed. And it's coming with the solstice. Oh, wow. Yeah, see, here I am. I'm pulling more cards. All right, just have to tell you, amazing. See, the power of change and the power of creation. There is just so much wonderful here. Now, what I like is that you are learning to trust yourself more, all right, and to listen to yourself more, okay? Your belief structure has become stronger, and you're creating the future that you want. And now, especially as you head into July, like I said, July is a good month to start getting things done. Mars will be direct. Put all the work you can into this new part because it's coming. I mean, here you are. This is your new beginning, but I think there's still some little loose ends, some things to take care of. Because if you had a list, like I want to do this, 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 and this, obviously it's all not going to happen on June the 20th. But there is something very significant coming at this solstice that definitely brings with it a change in your karma that is going to be most welcome. and it's, a feeling of good fortune. So I like this tremendously. Okay? It's amazing that it's not showing it in a way of specifics. But what it's saying to me is, Cecilia, there's many more readings to come, and more will be revealed as time goes on. But know that from this point forward, from the solstice, that you have reached a time in your life where you can create an entirely new future. I want to thank you all for listening, and I love chatting with all of you every day. So take care. I'll see you soon.